contest is being conducted according to the rules of the Rhode Island Scholastic League. These rules provide a fair competition among the players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct that can be observed otherwise can subject the violators to ejection. Respect and support the players, coaches, and officials. If you would like to become an official or a coach, please stop by the scores table and information will be provided to you. In the meantime, please help make this an enjoyable game for all by staying positive and cheering for your team. Would everybody please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Senior number 35, Abdullah Turana. Head coach Dennis Harvey, assistant coach Thomas Gray. And now for your Westerly Bulldogs. A 6'3" junior guard. His favorite teacher is Mr. Nico. Number 1, Jesse Samo. 5'10" senior guard. Favorite teacher is Miss Robbie. Number 2, Trey Rex. Another 5'10" senior guard who also loves Miss Robbie. Number 5, Lance Williams. 5'10" senior guard. Favorite teacher is Mr. O'Malley. Number 10, Tyler Rafferty.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium on this Wednesday night. The Bulldogs playing host to the Woonsocket Villanovans. Folks, face it, it's the nitty-gritty. 3 ball games left in the regular season. Where you sit in the playoffs, whether you make it, do or die, all comes down to these 3 games. The Bulldogs set to tip Jesse Samo in the middle. He's got his work cut out for him right here, folks, and so do the Bulldogs. Number 35 for the Villanovans, a senior center. Karama stands very tall. And here we go. We're about to get this party started, folks. Opening tip high, and it's going to come down in the hands of the Villanovans finally. Karama retrieves his own tip, and Villanovans will get started. Villanovans come in today with 1 more win than the Bulldogs at 5. But so much still to be determined. The 3 teams in the state below the Bulldogs are all only 1 game below with 3. And that pass inside, Bulldogs able to intercept and force the first turnover of the game, and Samo is fouled. And that is the first foul of the game. Bulldogs, Lance Williams will inbound. And here we go, number 2 with it. Rexus for the Bulldogs. Off of a Samo pick. And he's going to take the lane, stripped by the Villanovans. And underneath, up and in, first points of the day go 2-0 the score early on here, folks. Only 2 games remaining after today. Jumper from about the free throw line, no good. Rebound is going to go to Karama. And I don't know, we might hear that a lot. As I said, height and reach advantage is distinct. He stands at 6'5" according to this. Turn around and he's fouled, so 2 free throws forthcoming here for the Villanovans. Bulldogs head to Classical, and that's going to be that's a tough task. 9-5 Classical, and then from there they finish their season right back here next Tuesday versus North Kingstown, who as of tonight sits 1 win below. So the bottom 6 teams in the division all within 1 game of each other on one side or the other, making these wins extremely important. Live, no good, and that's going to be taken, wrangled in by Samo, who pushes and tipped out of bounds by number 5. That's going to be Andre Bell. Bulldogs set to inbound up 2-0. Just getting things started here. I'm the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner, Shane Blander. We got Lisa behind the lens. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you all the action. Griffin Aldrich with it, picks up his dribble, flips it back to Williams. Down to the baseline, turn around, fade away off the mark. Rebound by that long reach, number 35. Jumper from about 9, off the mark, rebound 35. Offensive rebound, kicks it out quick. And Villanova's reset for a second. Challenge Williams, the runner is short. Williams with the rebound. And to the floor, nice job all around by Lance Williams defensively there. Got the Bulldogs started. Samo from one end to the other, no good. And 2-0 the score remains. Excited crowd here at Federico Gymnasium. Good crowd on hand for a midweek spectacular. Samo open 3. Just off the mark. Bulldogs coming off a few days of rest here. Took a tough one the last game. Had about 4 or 5 days off. Kick out to the baseline. 3-point attempt. No good. Way off. Offensive rebound. This time number 5. And this time another offensive rebound. Third opportunity. Still no good. And a 4th. That time it's going to be good and a foul. 4 chances, and finally Karama gets his hands on the final one, puts it in with the foul. All right, with Karama as your opponent standing at 6'5", you're going to give up some offensive rebounds, but the first 3 offensive rebounds there were not to him. They were to players of equal height and reach, and the Bulldogs cannot be giving up any additional offensive rebounds, or it turns into that 3-point play is completed, so we know he can hit a free throw as well. That makes it one heck of a combination to defend. Baseline, 3, up, in! Bulldogs needed it, they got it. Rextis with the 3 for the Bulldogs. 5-3. First points of the day, got the crowd involved. No good on the baseline jumper. The Bulldogs are going to come away with it. Samo has it. And he takes it fouled on his way. He's going to get 2 free throws. Takes it strong to the hoop. Already halfway through quarter number 1. Dog pound on their feet. They know that the season's winding down. Playoffs kick in, whether you make it, what seed your opponent. There's play-in games. I don't know exactly who's going to fall into where, but I know that if you can get 2 out of your last 3 here, it definitely makes your first round a little bit more bearable in the playoffs. Second free throw is no good, and they press number 3, and he can't finish. Number 10, Rafferty with the rebound for the Bulldogs up to Samo. And he's going to push, And that is no good, and we're going back and forth a little bit here. This time it's the Novans. Number one, he's going to go all the way with it, and this, he can't finish, gets his own rebound. So back and forth. The jumper just inside three-point range, no good. Samo with the rebound for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go, quarter number one. Low-scoring start to this. Williams, nice cut, nice play. And that's going to make it a one-point ball game, 5-4. Excuse me, 6-5. And Samo reaches in, gets whistled for the foul on Karama. Now, if the matchup is out there in three-point range, that gives the advantage to Samo, as you almost saw there. The Villanovans will inbound. Number 3, Stengel for the Novans to number 24, Webster. And that's up too hard and able to come down with another offensive rebound. And Aldrich with the block or forces the jump ball call. Nice play by Griffin Aldrich for certain for the Bulldogs, and they'll take possession. Couple substitutions for the Bulldogs. Williams will take it up the court. Hamlin with his first hands on the ball. Handles the ball for the first time today. And now Plumpton just into the game. Aldrich kicks it out to Hamlin. Williams off the pick. Not much room. Out, open three. Aldrich baseline. Good! Another three for the Bulldogs. 9-5, the Bulldogs jump ahead here. Having a nice offensive first quarter. Bulldogs trap Karama doing a nice job there. Head fake. All the way in with the acrobatic shot. Gets what he wants, and that's the whistle. 2 free throws upcoming. The acrobatic kind of fling to the hoop. Westerly's 4th team foul already. They're coming out obviously with a physical approach. You know you got to be physical when a team has the height advantage. You got to play physical. You got to beat them with speed and aggression, and that's what they're doing. They're getting whistled for it, but right now I like their approach. First free throw is no good, especially if they miss. Live on the release. Aldrich and Williams down low. Misses them both. Plumpton wrestles it away for the Bulldogs. So they get away with it there as the Novans go 0 for 2 from the line. Williams straight to the hoop. Nice take and can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line. Back and forth we go. Foul and foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul for the Villanovans. 17 fouls and still 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Williams set for the first free throw. And it's good. Bulldogs doubling up the Novans at the moment, 10-5. Live on the release. And it is good. So the Bulldogs 11-5 at the moment with the advantage here over the Novans. They've done a nice job to start. The alley-oop is good. Nice touch. Layup finished by Karama. It's going to be tough to defend a play like that with the Bulldog size. Nice return. Aldrich just can't finish. Nice play by the Bulldogs. Almost answered immediately. And the Novans press. Three-pointer. No good. Hamlin comes up with the rebound, and he's going to push. And he rolls back. taken away in the paint, and the Novans up ahead. Head fake at the hoop, and it's good. That quick, Novans answer with 4 straight, 11-9. All the way to the hoop. There's the whistle to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. Set shoot number 22 for the Bulldogs. Front end of 2, and then first is good. Live on the release, 12-9, and that is short. Villanova's come up with a rebound and another whistle. This one's going to go in favor of the Villanovas. That's a wasted foul, and that is going to give them 5 first quarter fouls with $1:25 still to go. So we're going to see some more trips to the free throw line here in quarter number 2 if things continue this way. A lot of whistles early. And the runner, no good. Offensive rebound, up and in. Bulldogs giving up way too many offensive rebounds since they're not coming from Karama. Number 5, Andre Bell, standing at 6'1". And number 24, Eric Webster, 6'2". Both taller than the Bulldogs, but they've handled most of the offensive rebounds for the Villanovas. Up underneath is Webster, and there's his offensive rebound. And up and in, and we have a 1-point Woonsocket lead now. Webster with the rebound, and he's got a bunch here early. So what was a 6-point Bulldog advantage, a quick 7-point run by the Villanovans. And another, just a jump ball this time. The Villanovas will keep it, the Bulldogs will get the next. 28.5 to go, quarter number 1. Shot clock is off. The Villanovas now with a 1-point advantage. A game of whistles and stoppages. The Bulldogs had a little bit of flow early and have since been interrupted. The fadeaway jumper number 4, good. Dante Melton. So the Villanova's starting to click a little bit here. Coach Gleason letting the Bulldogs play through to the end. We're at the 10-second mark. Plumpton on top of the key, swings to Hamlin. Number 22 pops a 3, and it's good. The Bulldogs needed it, tied at 15. And they get it off on time, and it is good. And that is going to be a 3-pointer at the buzzer. The Villanovans after 1:18. The Bulldogs 15, and it looks like we got a game on our hands, folks. This game means just as much to both squads, seeding and quality of opponent, bottom line. Where you end up, they're one game, both of these teams are one game away from possibly ending up all the way at the bottom of the state division and all the way with 6 teams below them. So these games mean so much. They make your regular season matter so much more where that seeding is at the end. Nevertheless, also with these seniors, their seasons and their Westerly careers and Woonsocket careers are starting to dwindle down. Woonsocket comes in with only 3 seniors, and the Bulldogs play only with 5, with 6 actually the Bulldogs have. And that's it for the break. The Bulldogs held as much as a 6-point advantage. Now, due to the buzzer beater by the Villanovas from beyond NBA range, nothing but that, and that makes it a 3-point Novan advantage. Bulldogs are going to have possession here, and they'll be going from left to right. Hamlin to inbound. Late entrance into the game, and that one batted right back out of bounds. We've got to wonder what the late start was for. There's generally a reason behind those in a game like this. That's who knows. Number 2, Rexus swings to Hamlin. I believe he's only got one shot up off today yet. You can hear the Villanovanans in their chant of defense. Their bench is large. I don't know if that's their whole JV team as well, assumingly. Aldrich to the ground and called for a travel as he got tripped up. The stutter step sent him on his way. This production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Dunn's Corner next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair all the way to the hoop. Just like that, I missed the basket. Number 4. And that's been the approach here of the Villanovans. Whenever they get it, they just go straight to the hoop and either get fouled or get your bucket. 20-15 lead. Nice dribbling by Rextus, trying to find the open man. Aldrich with it all the way around to Hamlin. At the moment, Jesse Samo not in the game. And another whistle here. Hamlin with his first chance from the free throw line. 1 minute into quarter number 2 of a choppy game thus far. It's hard for these guys to get into a rhythm. Obviously, the approach has been strike fast and play physical. Both teams seemingly have come in with the same approach. First free throw is good. Next one's live. A little bit of animation on the court. You can see already. And it's early, so that just grows. So it could be fun here tonight. Free throw number 2 is up. And that is off the mark. Rebound number 24, Webster, who leads everyone with rebounds here today. You wouldn't guess. Villanovan's deep three-pointer, open, no good. Not close. Hamlin with the long rebound. And they weave. Again, from deep this time. This is off the mark for the Bulldogs, and Karama comes away with the rebound for the Villanovans. The Bulldogs have given up far more offensive rebounds to the Villanovans, which you would have expected coming in. You would have just thought it would have been done by this man. All the way to the hoop he goes, seemingly with ease, wondering why that doesn't happen more often. But the Bulldogs doing a nice job at least of preventing that, but Karama took it to the hoop with simplicity and a travel being called on the other end against Rextus of the Bulldogs, so they'll turn it over. And right now things going in favor of the Villanovans. And this Villanova team really seems like they have a lot of weapons. Because as I was saying, number 24, Webster, really been being their main strike force on second chance points. And there Karama comes down again 2 straight times on the court, gives himself a second chance, 3 chances for the Novans, and 3 is enough to get the bucket and extend the lead. If they're going to rebound offensively like this for 4 quarters, they're going to have an extensive lead. Jumper from the top of the key, no good by Hamlin. And Webster pushes it forward. Baseline, falling, gets it to Karama. And that's going to be a blocking foul against the Bulldogs. That is going to put them, I think, is that their team 7th or their 6th? That's going to be the Bulldogs' 16th foul. Next one, and we'll put the Bulldogs in the penalty. 24-16 score, Woonsocket's basketball. As they're starting to attack in a couple different ways here. Nice pass underneath, nice defense underneath by the Bulldogs. Rafferty with the block from behind. Talk about having 2 weapons with Webster and Karama underneath, which the Novans have. They've also hit a 3. Nice pass above anybody else. And the jumper off the hands of Webster doesn't go. Nice rebounding by the Bulldogs, number 23, DeLuca Kyan. They get the whistle. And a little confusion, but the Villanovans will inbound. 5:14 to go, quarter number 2. 24-16 off the hands of Jesse Samer, who just got on the court, immediately gets his hand on the ball. Out of bounds he goes, back across midcourt where the Novans will start. Working the pick and roll, and underneath it goes, and one. And they're making it look kind of easy and very impressive at the same time, this Villanovan team. You saw the roll from the top immediately. They've tried it a few times. Westerly's done a decent job defending it. But, man, let me tell you, this combination that they have underneath with Webster first, really, and then Karama on top of their junior guard play between Jules Stengel, Dante Melton, and Andre Bell. This Villanova team, at least tonight, got a few weapons. And Jeriel Vasquez, number 1, as you see on the court here. 26-16, they've extended. Bulldogs looking for an offensive answer, and really, if they want to stay in or come back, it's going to have to go through the hands of Jesse Samo to some point, and Hamlin, nice take to do for the Bulldogs, and they chip in here. It's early, and these leads come and go. They grow and evaporate faster than I could have ever imagined prior to this season, this particular year. The deep three, and that is way off the market. Let me tell you, from long, the Villanovans, when they miss, they can miss by a bunch. Their play is definitely streaking, cutting to the hoop, and down low. They have hit a couple threes, but nice take to the hoop by Williams. Double clutch goes for the Bulldogs. So that's a 4-point run we're working with here. Only a 6-point game now. To the hoop, no good. And the rebound tipped into the hands of the Villanova, no good. Samo comes away with it, 26-20. And it goes offensive. Nice job by the Villanovas holding his ground. That's number 1 starting guard, Junior Vasquez. Gets his feet set, takes the hit. Into the game now, Andre Bell for the Villanovans. And I'm getting to know these guys way too quickly. Number 1 with it, kicks it. And they have number 24 jumper, fadeaway, tough shot. Well defensed by the Bulldogs. All the way to the hoop, and he's going to get called a double dribble on the Bulldogs. Well, nice defense there. Westerly chooses to call a timeout, having scored 4 straight here and with possession, 26-20, 3:24 to go in quarter number 2 in the half here, folks. And the Bulldogs making a run right when they need to. Things could have gotten a little bit out of hand as this Villanova team offensively has shown that they have a lot of weapons. So the Bulldogs want to cut into this thing as soon as possible. A lot of whistles early on. They've tapered off a lot in the second quarter, I should say. But I knew that goes along with the approach. It was definitely with a physical start. Bulldogs have it here. Williams will inbound to Hamlin. Hamlin with it. Aldridge picks up his dribble. Out to help, and back to him. Nice crossover through his legs and fouled. Nice take by Romello Hamlin, and he'll go to the line for 2. Coach is not happy with Villanovans. Acrobatic at 10, but we have seen him complete that already moved many times this year. Front end of 2. 3:01 to go in the half. And it drops. Lead down to 5 for the Villanovans. Bulldogs have cut 8.5 here. Just like that, the minute I said it was starting to stretch. And inconsistency, maybe. That might be the reason that the Villanovans are right in this mix with the Bulldogs. And the second one's no good. Villanovans, none other than Eric Webster, who's had a heck of a first half, comes down with the rebound. 5-point game. And to the hoop, Webster. Lead up to 7. Aldrich to Hamlin. Back to Aldrich. Works off the pick. Up top, Rafferty with it. Swings. Williams has it. To the hoop he goes. Reverse. Doesn't go. Rebound Villanovans. They'll try to extend. Late pass underneath. A little bit too late. Intended man, number 10, Aaron Kelly. Bulldogs will take it. 2:20 to go. 7-point deficit here at Federico Gymnasium. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Bulldog basketball action. They've had a few days off. Friday night, they head to Classical. Tough task. They sit at 9-5 at the moment. This Villanova's team comes in at 5-9. The Bulldogs with 4 wins. Deep 3, no good for the Bulldogs. Long rebound opportunity, and they capitalize to get another chance here. Underneath to Williams. Outside, Hamlin. Nothing there. Good defense by the Novans. Limited play time by Justin Stamo. Gotta wonder if that ankle is still bothering him. Gotta just assume it is. Especially if it's a high ankle strain, that's something that's going to bother him the rest of the way. But definitely limited action. Inbound to Hamlin. 22 on the shot clock. Rexis, nice dribbling, and he is fouled on the floor. Gets the reach in with a little bit of that dribbling wizardry. And gets his way to the free throw line. As the Villanovans are now in the penalty. So the Bulldogs looking to cut in here. Front end is no good. Long rebound. Villanovans. Bulldogs don't capitalize. Now the Novans will look to extend. Straight to the hoops, been their approach, and the runner, floater, teardrop, whatever you want to call it. It's good off the hands of Vasquez, and the lead back up to 9. From 10 to 5 to 9, all within minutes. Back and forth. And all the way to the hoop, Williams goes, it's no good. And the rebound to the Villanovans. Jumper, fade, good. And now they're just hitting. Tough shot. Extends it to 11. Villanova shooting with confidence from just about anywhere at the moment. 3-point crossover, good. In the eye of the defender, that's just what the doctor ordered for the defense, for the Bulldogs. Just what they needed late. And that turnover to boot Aldrich to Hamlin, just to get it behind him. Loose ball goes to Williams. It's going to get to Hamlin open on the baseline. Goes to the hoop, double clutch, and it doesn't go. To the floor they go. No whistle, late whistle. And that is a timeout, I do believe, called by the Villanova's bench. Just on time while they had it before it went to the jump. Good call by the coach. So with that, 31.8 to go in the first half. 32-24, an 8-point game. Villanovans, due to that timeout call, have possession, which is a great timeout. Great call right there, because it would have gone to a jump. The Bulldogs would have gotten it back and had a chance to cut in here. The approach by the Villanovans really has been to just go straight to the hoop with it. The majority of this first half, I don't know that'll be their approach here. Shot clock's pretty much done. There's the buzzer, and we're about to be off. We've seen the lead go from 10 to 5, back up to 9. Now it's at 8, all within the last 3 minutes of the half. Novins will inbound. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. They got to get it somewhere. And they don't. Do they get the 5-second violation? They do. Nice defense by the Bulldogs to force a turnover. Nowhere to even go and try. And that is a compliment to the coach and defense coming out of that break right there. Forcing that turnover, getting possession. That's a tough task. Nice job by the coaching players. Bulldogs have it. Can they grab something out of it? No, turnover. Novins have it now, and they can settle for last shot if they want. I think they may want to do that. Right now, 8-point advantage. They can make it 10. And we are under 10 seconds. They're counting out. Number 5 with it and loses his dribble. It's not going to be an easy shot as he just keeps it over half court, turns around and flings. So a wasted final possession. Nevertheless, it is halftime here in Westerly, and the score, the Woonsocket Villanovans 32, your Westerly Bulldogs 24. To the locker room, back to the drawing board for the Bulldogs. Let's see what they come out with for the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back, folks.
At the end of Napattree Point lie the ruins of Fort Mansfield. In 1884, before the advent of the Spanish-American War, an Army-Navy task force devised a defense plan for the country's coast, recommending the construction of a series of forts. Because of Watch Hill's strategic position at the head of Long Island Sound, Napattree Point was chosen for one of the fort's locations. The new fort was named Fort Mansfield in honor of Major General Joseph Mansfield, a Union officer who died of his wounds in the Civil War Battle of Antietam. In 1898, the federal government purchased 60 acres at the end of Napattree and began construction of the fort. Fort Mansfield opened in 1901, complete with barracks and gun emplacements. The fort had 18 buildings and 228 soldiers, but as it turned out, Fort Mansfield suffered from a fatal flaw. Seaside Topics described the scene in 1907 when a mock battle was held to test the fort's effectiveness. Uncle Sam let loose the dogs of war around Watch Hill this week, and they did some furious barking. Fort Mansfield was the bone they wanted to chaw, and according to the rules of the war games, they succeeded. A fleet of imaginary hostile battleships appeared from the direction of Block Island and bombarded the fort. As the fort's guns could not be trained effectively on the enemy vessels, the fort was considered bested. The bombardment was in plain sight from the beaches and hills around Westerly. Summer residents laid aside all other diversions to watch. Automobiles were drawn up along the beach road while the occupants climbed over the sand dunes for a better view. Colonel Charles Parkhurst had predicted the fort's weakness and reported the battle resulted in a complete victory for the attacking fleet. Quote, "The enemy silenced the fort from a dead angle to the east of Watch Hill Point, where the fort's guns cannot reach. I believe I could capture Fort Mansfield with a fleet of coal barges equipped with 6-inch guns." The Mimic War of 1907, coupled with the analysis of Colonel Parkhurst, signaled the end of Fort Mansfield. To determine what was left of Fort Mansfield, Westerly News took its cameras out to the end of Napattree Point. Next week, in part 2 of the series, we'll show you what we discovered.
All right, folks. Welcome back. Second half action just ahead. The Bulldogs looking for a little bit of a comeback here going into the third quarter, down by 8. A game of swings. We've seen 10-point advantages cut down to 4 within just seconds, back and forth in the first half. Offensively, the Novans have come with a pretty good attack. Physical first half. A lot of whistles in the first quarter. Was definitely part of the approach the Bulldogs came in with. And here we go. Bulldogs have it. Samo back in, which is a good sign for the Bulldogs. Aldrich with it. Deep 3 by Hamlin to start. No good. And rebound number 2. A new installment here. Delgado for the Villanovans. Pick, move it, roll, and that's going to end up in the hands of Webster. Doesn't finish. Sure-handed in the first half for the Villanovans. Corner 3, Samo, good for the Bulldogs. That's what they needed to open things up here, right in front of the dog pound. And now the Bulldogs trade defensive chance. Hamlin works through the deep pick. Nice defense. Number 1, Vasquez wanted it himself. Does get his own rebound, though. Ends up with it. And the Villanovans get another chance at this whole thing. Williams works through the first pick, doesn't get through the second. Fadeaway jumper was no good, but another third chance opportunity for the Villanovans. And again, if you're looking on paper, you're assuming they're coming from the 6'5" Kurama, and they're not. He's not even on the court at the moment. That's what adds to a little bit of the frustration for the Bulldogs. 3-point opportunity, 3-point shot by the Bulldogs, no good. Villanovans with it. So the regular season dwindling down. A trip to Classical Friday night, and then back here Tuesday for the finale, senior night versus North Kingstown. Is there another game in Federico Gymnasium? Maybe. They have play-in games. There's a couple of those. Going to state a blocking foul against the Novans. And Aldrich is going to go to the line for the Bulldogs for a couple. So there's a slight chance. In reality, you want the Bulldogs to take 2 out of their last 3. And if they do that, they definitely would head into the tournament without having to play a play-in game, which is the ideal scenario. Free throw number 1 is good for the Bulldogs. Live on the release. And number 2 is good. Bulldogs trail by 5. And the Lady Bulldogs season finale, regular season finale, and what would be senior night if they had seniors is Monday. We'll be bringing you tip at 7 p.m. And Samo with the errant pass to the floor gets tripped up by the Villanovans. So the Bulldogs will get the whistle and the ball there. And Williams will take it up as Hamlin is on the court, actually on the far side. Samo with it, 3. And it's good, high hand, good again. 2 for 2 here in the second half from long distance, and the Bulldogs trail by 2. Just like that. It was an 8-point ball game in less than 3 minutes. It's a 2-point ball game. And the runner drops for Woonsocket, who is not shaken by the 2 3-pointers. Williams to the hoop. He goes, a little acrobatic shot, and he's going to get the whistle. The blocking foul he was looking for, and he will go to the free throw line. Woonsocket with 3 team fouls here early on in the second half. Also a positive here for the Bulldogs. And free throw number 1 is good. Live on the release. Back on the court is Karama for the Novans. Webster down underneath with him. That's a tough duo, without a doubt. And free throw number 2 is perfect, and that is how you neutralize them. Bulldogs will press. And pick off the pass. Hamlin has it. And a whistle in the back court. And that's going to go against the Bulldogs. As that play gets called back, kind of like a holding penalty in football. Flag in the backfield on that one, and the Villanova will start. Bulldogs trailing only by 2. It took them no time at all out of the locker room to erase the deficit. Three-pointer, open, top of the key, good for the Novans. And they stretch it back to 5. So they're here to play for the duration. Same old with it. And jumper, someone got their hands on it, redirected the shot. That should stay with the Bulldogs, but no. They're saying that was a double clutch, and it just came up short. So the Novans will have it. Nice job of breaking the Bulldogs' trap and scoring on the other end. And just like that, the Novans answer and lead back to 7. Williams to the hoop, no whistle. Shot's not good. Rebound, Novans. Novans with it, dribbling here all around. 3-point fire, long distance, no good. And the rebound, easy up and in, some frustration on the court by the Bulldogs. Down 9, not far from a timeout. Worked their way all the way back to a 2-point deficit. And it seems like they're always on the back end of these runs. When they go on a run, it's to almost get there. And then when the opponent goes on the run, it's to stretch. And that's a problem here as they're down by 9 now again. Same with it from a new spot, and that one's short as well into the hands of Webster. Bulldogs pressing a little bit, and it's early to be doing that. Showing off his dribbling skills, number 1, and he is blocked. Unimpressed is Hamlin. Gets to Aldrich up ahead, and from behind he's blocked, and he whistles. And frustrated, but yes, there is a whistle on that block attempt by Vasquez, and Aldrich will go to the line for a couple. So we are 5 minutes into the half, and we've already seen 2 pretty big runs. We've seen a 6-point run out of the Bulldogs, cutting into the deficit 6, that is, and now we've seen all the way back the other end, a 7-point run for the Novans. Aldrich's first is good. This thing's going to take the full, what is it, 32 to figure out. Live and short. Rebound, Karama. Fade away, no good. Rebound, Novans, Karama. Second chance, and he is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Only Westerly's first team foul here in quarter number 3. We're about 5 minutes in, 5 minutes and 13 seconds to be exact. And now at this point in quarter number 1, I'm willing to bet the Bulldogs were already at around 5. So defensively, they came out to start the night extremely physical. Seems like they're working with one or the other. When their offense is clicking. Now the second is no good. Same with the rebound, and Hamlin will take it up. So the Bulldogs still down by only 9. Correction. 8. Hamlin with it. Not much room at the moment. Spin move. Goes the distance with it to the hoop. Nice take by Romello Hamlin. and the Bulldogs cut in. Aldridge doing a nice job physically on Karama. He really is. Extreme height and reach difference, and to keep him down to where he's at, he's done a really, really nice job. And it hasn't been just him. Williams has worked a lot in the middle as well. There's a lot of players chipping in. Webster with it. Fadeaway three. Romello Hamlin in his eye. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Bulldogs going to get it and move. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. Little hesitation move by Samo to the hoop. Doesn't finish. Gets his own rebound. And that doesn't go either. Frustrated that the ref doesn't whistle anything. And the Novins will take it over midcourt. Spin move from about 4 feet. Don't finish. Hamlin has it. He fires it to the other end. Nice pass to Samo, who lays it in. There was a nice touch on that by Hamlin from the length of the court off balance. And we're all the way back to 4. This is a roller coaster, folks, so buckle up. We got a quarter to go. Bulldogs just got to take one of these runs and get over the hump with it and grab a lead. Webster's been quieter in the second half, gets popped out from behind, and that is going to go in favor of the Bulldogs. They will take possession. We are under a minute here in quarter number 3. What started the half as an 8-point lead is now down to 4. Hamlin has it. Samo with it, top of the key. Off the pick, nothing there. Samo pops a 3, doesn't go. Rebound to Karama and the Novins, and boy, does that reach help. Pretty obvious statement. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs hoping for the call, but good defense by Samo nevertheless, and the Novins will take possession after the timeout. Bulldogs timeout on the floor, 23.9 to go. 4-point deficit. Time of possession arrow in favor of the Novins. Neither team in particular foul trouble, certainly not the Bulldogs. 23.9 seconds to go in the third. You only have one team foul. It's actually time to start tightening up physically, I would think, in reality. Make it work that notch even harder here to see where the whistles are at in the second half, because they were easy to find in the first. As the cheerleaders are live on court, Coach Gleason and Vaughan staff are cooking up something here to get the Bulldogs over the top in this one. Again, they have one more here at Federico Gymnasium, unless by some seating anomaly there's some play-in game. We'll see. The girls may run into the same scenario. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. It's a lot alike in their division. A lot of teams all in a jumble. So off the bench with 23.9. Figure they're going to give Sam a few extra seconds to rest the ankle before the fourth quarter, as he is not on the court. Kyan in. 20 seconds in the third. Hamlin, nice work through the pick. Vasquez all the way to the hoop and finishes. Nice dribbling. He can most certainly dribble. He likes to show you that, and the finish. Bulldogs have it. 5 seconds. Hamlin, cross court, open 3. Kyan, and doesn't go, and that is going to do it for 3 quarters of play. So the Bulldogs shave off 2 when it's all said and done in the third quarter, and an 8-point halftime deficit is down to 6. The Novans 45, the Bulldogs 39, heading into the fourth quarter. A huge quarter where, as I explained earlier, every game matters. The Novans coming in with 5 wins. The Bulldogs have 4. Cranston East has 4. Then the rest of the entire division, East Greenwich, Narragansett, North Kingston, all have 3. So every team, and from 6 and below, is all within a game of each other. That makes all of these wins that much more important as far as where you go and play, who you play, if you play at all, beyond the regular season. That being said, I'm the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We are Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Bulldog basketball action as the season winds down here, folks. The winter sports season. The girls will have their regular season home finale on Monday night. We will be bringing it to you live, 7 p.m. tip. What would be senior night, but those girls don't have a senior on the team. Gotten better every game throughout the entire season. Going to be real exciting to watch next year. And the players take their court. 45-39 to score. 8 minutes to go here. Bulldogs have been chasing pretty much the whole way since about midway through the first. This production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone. As Karama has the top of the key, swings to Webster, and they swing it over to Vasquez. And whistle down low, and no travel called underneath on Karama. So a quick turnover, and the Bulldogs get that. Get the benefit. Hamlin will take it up. Rafferty with it. Gets a cutting Hamlin, and it slips out of his hands. Out of bounds. And the Bulldogs give it right back. Unable to capitalize. In the fourth quarter, running out of minutes. Nice inbound. Gets him running, and no defense behind him. That's number 4, Dante Melton, as Woonsocket hits a home run on that inbound play. Defense, the chant you can hear, that's not what you want to hear in the fourth at a home game when you're on offense. 3-point opportunity up and no good. Bulldogs trying to pop off the offensive rebound and get it. Hamlin has it. Let's see if they can reset here. Leaner wanted the call. Not a high percentage shot, to say the least. Bulldogs starting off a little bit off kilter here in the fourth. And another turnover by Woonsocket, and to the ground they go. A whistle. See what the final call is. Aldrich called with the foul. Only the second team foul for the Bulldogs. And the Novans inbound to the backcourt. Let's see how long they. Samuel back in for the Bulldogs. I don't think he'll get any more rest unless the ankle deems necessary. We know for certain he's not at 100%, which obviously has affected this team greatly. And that shot deep, and the offensive rebound to Karama, the whistle on the same old block attempt. He'll go to the line for 2. The third team foul for the Bulldogs. Eight-point Novan advantage here at the free throw line for 2. Number 1 rattles in. Lead stretches to 9. And that one's deep. And Webster able to get the rebound, put it back up. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. And that's a tough combination. It's been so all night long. And that's a senior combination of Karama and Webster. I mean, the play of Vasquez Number 1 at point guard as well. Webster Goodness first, and the lead now stretches to double digits. Live on the release here, the back end. Samo and Aldrich underneath for the Bulldogs. And the second one's good. Bulldogs got to answer pretty quickly here as they're down by 11. And we are down to nearing the 6-minute mark in quarter number 4. Crossover by Samo, takes it to the hoop. And that is going to go off the back of the rim. And they're not falling at the wrong time here. And Webster with a turnaround pass outside. Vasquez streaks to the hoop, no good, but the offensive rebound to Karama, up and in. And that makes it 13, biggest lead of the day for the Villanovans here. And blocked out of bounds as Rex just tried to answer quickly for the Bulldogs. I said earlier, looking at some of these weapons, it's curious. Samo with a three-point opportunity in front of the dog pound, and it's good. Second time from that exact same spot. I do believe it's his third, possibly fourth, at least 3 threes here for Samo. And the Dogs are alive, down by 10. And a whistle travel, they'll take the turnover. Can they go on a little run for themselves here with 5:26 to go? We've seen them do it. And a timeout called, I do believe. No, there's a whistle away from the ball against the Bulldogs. Bulldogs back quickly up to 5 team fouls. I don't know how effective their use has been. Novans will take possession right when you try to get excited and see if they can go on some kind of a run. We'll see what they can do as they press here. Haven't seen a lot of it. A little bit of a trap on the back court. And that's who they wanted with it, but they're able to set up. And loses it in the lane. Novan's able to come away with it, though. And a foul on the shot attempt. Looks like number 3 is going to go to the line for the Villanovans. Stengel. Westerly with 16 fouls now. Correction, they're going to inbound from underneath. 5:02 to go. 10-point lead. Double clutch doesn't go. Rebound. Samo's able to haul it in. Pushes it up ahead. Rexus with it on the baseline. Kicks it out. 3-point opportunity for Aldrich. No good. Gets his own rebound. Hits the ground hard. Hasn't popped up for certain yet, but he's able to be helped up. Linebacker on the football squad. Most physical players on the court right there with Williams. That's a hard hit, folks. An unforgiving floor. Let me tell you, he hit that boy hard. Up like nothing happened. And they've had to play a physical game here tonight to keep Karama's contributions to where they're at. Because overall, he has had a remotely quiet night for his height advantage and reach advantage. I mean, he's going to get his rebounds. He's going to score his points every time he steps on the court. And right there, Aldrich answers, takes it to the hoop strong from the baseline. Cuts the lead into single digits. 4:30 to go. The double clutch from the baseline. Griffin Aldrich clearly was not injured as he was just slammed into the floor. No ill effects on that. Taking the Bulldogs with the steal. Up ahead to Hamlin, and he finishes for the Bulldogs. He hung it out there hoping he'd get fouled. Nice job by Hamlin and the Bulldogs, and they're right back in this thing halfway through the 4th 6-point game. Energy and momentum in favor of the Bulldogs, and the defense forces the pass out of bounds, and I'm surprised the Novans haven't called a timeout. The Bulldogs forced the turnover and will take possession here down by only 6. Williams has it up top for the Bulldogs. Sasamo for three, and it's just off the mark. Williams holds it into the corner. Coach Gleason calls a timeout to give the Bulldogs a fresh shot at things down by only 6. 3:38 to go, quarter number 4. And momentum in favor of the home team, the Bulldogs, although they're trailing by 6. They've had to work hard to get where they're at, folks. And just like that, the cheerleaders are done, the timeout's done. Hopefully the coaches have what schemes they need implemented in. Coach Gleason getting every second he can, and the troops hit the court. Rextus, Williams, Aldrich, Samo, and Hamlin on the court for the Bulldogs. Samo cuts away and takes the inbound. Hamlin off the Aldrich pick. It was there for a minute. Kicks it inside, deep outside Aldrich, top of the key for three, doesn't go. Batted outside, Samo has it, he's going to go with the right, and foul called. Samo is going to go to the line for 2 for the Bulldogs. This is when you need it most for certain. Front end is no good. See if the Bulldogs can salvage one. I mean, face it, looking out down on the block, an offensive rebound's unlikely. Griffin Aldrich fully capable. Webster's a tough player. And that's off the mark, and Webster holds in the rebound. Bulldogs press, seems like a missed opportunity. Kind of right when you're going crazy, it's deflated a little bit. Williams whistles for the foul, and just like that, the Novans are in the penalty, and it seems like the Bulldogs had only committed 1 foul, and now the Novans are in the penalty. And what did they get out of the rest of them? They didn't gain a lot of ground. And we're live, and it's good, so the lead stretches here to 7 now. Back end of the 1-and-1. Samo and Aldrich down low for the Bulldogs. We're at the point here where any second chance points will kill you. And that is off the mark. Samo comes down with it. Up to Williams. Tries to go up and loses it, and that one's going to go to the Novans. 3-minute mark here in quarter number 4. 7-point Bulldogs press here. And the Novans break it, and they'll go to the hoop, number 4, and he's unable to finish. Out of bounds it goes. Nice defense by the Bulldogs after their break-in D. Melton unable to finish for the Novans. Samo will inbound. Hamlin has it. He'll kick out. Rextus, baseline takes. Nothing there. Kicks out to Williams. Not sure if it was a 3 or not. It's good. It was 3 for the Bulldogs, and we got a 4-point game. The Novans have it in the backcourt. Bulldogs down by only 4. Defense is the chant now for the Bulldogs, and they give up the loose ball. Second chance for the Novans, and that is a tough one. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. Frustration there, giving them the extra possession. 2:22 to go. Fourth quarter, the Novans lead by only 4, as much as 13. 53 to 49, might have been 15, I don't know. 53 to 49, possession now in favor of the Bulldogs. The Novans are in the bonus. Bulldogs looking to finish one of these comebacks seemingly constantly in this position. Running out of regular season. Some of these seniors running out of games. I think the Bulldogs have done a nice job all night long of quelling Karama for the Novans. It's just the answer then swung over to Webster and Vasquez, and with those two seniors and number one Vasquez at guard playing the way they played tonight anyway. I mean, there's a reason their record is what it is over the big picture. Well, they definitely came to play tonight, and the Bulldogs have had to fight hard to be where they're at. A little confusing as to who's on the court here for the Novans. Number 4 set to inbound, Melton 4, Woonsocket. Here we go. Just over 2 minutes to go. And that bounce pass is stolen by Hamlin. And you can't do better than that. And he is fouled. He went strong to the hoop, to the free throw line, Romello Hamlin. And you can't exactly draw that up, but man, oh man, what a way to come out of a timeout all the way back. Hamlin can cut it to 2. Got to hit your free throws. Again, second chance points on a missed second free throw are unlikely. Front end is good. Hamlin's done a nice job getting to the line, first of all, tonight, and converting from the line as well. No bigger play than that right there. All around defensively, emotionally, and now offensively to finish here. Live on the release. It is up and it is off the mark. The Novans take it with the 3-point lead. We have a 1-possession game. 2 minutes left in the fourth. Man, it was a 13-point game in this very quarter. Holy smokes, the swings in high school basketball underneath the take, and man, nice take by Webster. Double clutch from the baseline converts. It's a 5-point game, and Aldrich draws the foul, immediately wastes no time but to hurry up and get that clock stopped and get to the free throw line. You have the Bulldogs down by 5. Now a chance here for Griffin Aldrich. He should get 2 here. First one is off the mark. Got to salvage a point here. Live on the release. And they do salvage 1. 4-point game. They press. And again, Williams steps in and steals it. Gets it to Aldrich, who's blocked from behind. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. 2 inbound passes stolen by the Bulldogs. First one, Romello Hamlin. The second one, Lance Williams. Couldn't have been a bigger time in the game. 1:45 to go, 4-point game. And the inbound, Jesse Samo has it. Swings, directs this. Back to Samo. And Karama steals the pass. He'll go up and gets stripped. It goes off of him, and the Bulldogs will get possession from behind. Griffin, Aldrich, so many different Bulldogs stepping up right now. Aldrich, Williams, Hamlin. Williams will inbound to Hamlin. 4 points. A buck and a half to go in quarter number 4. And the Novans will pressure the inbound. Hamlin grabs it. And for 3, no good. Bulldogs able to come down the offensive rebound. Aldrich and that can't finish, and they get another chance. Hamlin has it, And his pass is picked off by the Novans. They convert on the far end. And what is a heartbreaker, and the Bulldogs have no idea where the foul was called from. The shot's good. They're going to go to the line for three. Man, does that put a pin in your cushion for a moment? I didn't really see the foul either. But to add salt to the wound, there was one. And they got a chance here to make it a 3-point play in a 7-point game. As it stands right here, 57-51, 6-point game, $1.06 to go. That was a huge turn of events. Big swing in the game. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor. Sort of a deep breath timeout, I think, here. It's kind of a last gasp situation. Bulldogs have had their chances. I think they've gone out and they played a nice game. They've done a real nice job of playing a physical basketball game defensively. They're being called back on the court. No timeout actually called, but 2 free throws upcoming. I think. Nope, it's going to be a 1-and-1. We have to earn the second. And it's off the mark. Hamlin cuts around with the rebound, and he is fouled. So he will go to the free throw line for the Bulldogs, see if they can grab a couple free points here without the clock ticking at all. And that is just what they needed. Waste no time at all and grab a couple free points. Club's down to clutch free throw shooting here now. Got to shave off these points when you can. Front end is good, so he'll get another. Bulldogs trail by 5. 1:04 to go. Live on the release. Second one's up, and it is good. We have a 4-point ball game. And with a minute left, Samo is on the bench. Tyler Rafferty comes in. Bulldogs pressure the inbound. And they're making it tough on the Novans, who throw it over midcourt, and the Bulldogs force a turnover. Rex just has it. He'll get over midcourt. There's a collision all the way from the ball. Lance Williams takes it to the hoop. It's blocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. Big block by Webster on the play. He is a do-everything type player. Bulldogs, most importantly, have it 49 ticks down by 4. Getting near must-score situation here. And the inbound underneath to Aldrich, who's had a heck of a day. Had to play a tough game, and the Bulldogs foul from the back end, and the Novans an opportunity to stretch here. 45 seconds to go. Still 1-and-1, one more for the Bulldogs, and then they'll be in the double bonus. Starting to slip from their grasp, it appears here for Westerly, who again will have at least one more at Federico Gymnasium, and that's going to be Tuesday night. We're going to bring it to you live. That is senior night. We have one in the middle. That's Friday night on the road against Classical, who is they stand at 9-5 tonight, folks. And to clear a picture of you, coming in, this team right here stands at 5-9. So that shows the discrepancy in the talent in this division. Just all in all, the talent. We got a whistle and a timeout called on the floor by the Villanovans this time. As we start to wind this thing down. Lady Bulldog action Monday night, senior night. They're in the same position, playoff seeding. May get one play-in style game at home, may not. More than likely will not, but you never know. But with the setup, we'll go on the road, both teams, and more than likely have at least one in the postseason. 59-53 the score here in the fourth. A game of swings, a game of almost. The Bulldogs almost tie, almost take the lead, almost right back in it. And right around when they get to that point, it's when the Novans have kicked in. And the Bulldogs, like I said, have had to do a heck of a job just to keep this combination of Karama, Webster, and the trio and Vasquez, in my opinion. Those are the three weapons that this Nova team brings to keep them to where they're at. Hamlin has it. The Bulldogs are moving fast. Action in. Gets his pocket pick. Number 4 for the Novans. And the Bulldogs will either follow or let it tick. From behind, still no whistle. Clock still ticking. Finally a whistle. From behind, almost at that point after that amount of time. Curious why that amount elapsed, and they'll go to the free throw line with a 6-point advantage, I'm going to say now, for the Villanovans. Number 1, the junior guard, correction. Talented ball handler. Front end is good. Curious, obviously, as to why Jesse Samo not in the game the final minute or 2 minutes even. That shows that this Bulldog team's been short-handed, and it's been that way ever since he initially hurt his ankle. Never been even nearly 100%, although he's done a heck of a job making an effort at it. You know, if it was up to him, he'd be on every minute. And for a young athlete, there's no one more frustrated than him. I can only feel for him and hope for his quick recovery in the off season, because that's what it's going to take, is some legitimate time off of it. And the Novans slowly putting this thing away here with 21.5 to go. More than likely it's going to tick out now after this free throw. And the Bulldogs will head to Classical Friday night. Lick their wounds and go to battle again. That's what you do here in this division. You're really going to battle for everything. And they're going to send Webster to the line with 18.6 to go. Down by 8. And a frustration foul there. What a game Eric Webster has had, as he was announced in the gym. This senior man, he has quite the game, a multifaceted player, brought them all tonight. And just an excellent compliment for Karama. And Karama, with his height and reach and all of that, I do believe that Webster is a bigger weapon for this Novans team. The combination, just a really tough duo to defend. And the inbound and a quick whistle away from the ball. And that is going to stop the clock again. But the Bulldogs will inbound. Just some kind of instructions here. 18 seconds to go. 10-point ball game as Hamlin dribbles back, 3-point shot, open, down into the hands of a Villanova, and that is going to do it for this one, folks. Nice effort and a nice game here tonight, a back-and-forth game we've had. Held our breath a few times, several good performances, but not quite enough for the Bulldogs. We'll see this Bulldog team again Tuesday night, but before then, it is the senior night for the ladies, Monday night. Their home finale, regular season finale, I should say, 7 p.m. tip. Folks, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, signing off till then.